Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a look at Keeno Worldwide's album, The Freestyle Era II.
Yeah, we've got some details here, sort of the background info on this latest release.
Right, and our mission really is just to pull out what's interesting, what makes this album tick, you know?
Exactly. So first thing, it's his 19th studio album. That's quite a number.
19th, wow.
And it's presented as a follow-up, which hints at maybe an ongoing theme or evolution from a previous project.
Okay, and people can find it easily. SoundCloud, YouTube.
Yep, seems readily available on those platforms. Good for accessibility.
So let's talk about the music itself. The notes mention quite an eclectic mix. Like, the opener, Believer, is described as having this introspective kind of mood.
Right, setting a specific tone from the start. Always an interesting choice.
And then you've got tracks like Everything and Predictable. Those are produced by AntBeatz.
Yeah, highlighted for like catchy beats and relatable lyrics, so a different vibe already.
What does that initial contrast kind of tell you? Introspection versus catchy and relatable.
Well, it suggests range, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's not sticking to just one feeling. He's maybe trying to cover different emotional bases.
Makes sense.
And there's also a rap song remix mentioned, so he's looking back, revisiting older stuff.
Right, interacting with his own history.
Exactly. And then another shift with Sativa, produced by Prophescient. That one's apparently about relaxation, so yeah, definitely variety.
It's interesting you mentioned the producers. There seem to be quite a few involved.
Yeah, the list is pretty diverse. There's an unknown artist credited on a bunch of tracks. Believer, Hennessy Nights, some remixes.
Okay.
Then AntBeatz on those two we mentioned, Everything and Predictable. Taylor King on I'll Be There, and Prophesient for Sativa.
So bringing in different producers like that, how does that usually impact an album's sound?
Oh, hugely. Each producer brings their own, signature sound, their own toolkit. It almost guarantees that eclectic feel we talked about.
So it's a deliberate choice to get that variety.
Seems like it. It suggests Keeno's actively looking for different textures, different ideas, rather than just one consistent sound. Makes it potentially more dynamic, I think.
But maybe harder to keep it all feeling like one single project.
That's the challenge, yeah. Finding that thread that ties it all together.
The notes also talk about his versatility, pointing to new tracks alongside remixes, like one called Tough Love from way back in 2011.
2011. That's a significant gap.
Yeah. What does revisiting something that old signal about, his artistic growth?
Well, it's a pretty clear marker, isn't it? It lets you literally hear the evolution. How has his style changed, his perspective?
Right. You can compare the old and the new.
Exactly. It shows he's thinking about his journey, engaging with where he came from. It's quite a reflective move, actually.
And it seems this mix of catchy stuff and maybe deeper lyrics is working. The info suggests that's why his music connects.
That classic combo, yeah. Hooks grab you, lyrics keep you.
It's that balance, right? Something immediate, something that sticks around.
Precisely. That's often the key to building, real connection with listeners, getting them to come back.
And it looks like Keeno's thinking beyond just the album download, too.
Oh, yeah. What else?
There's mention of merchandise ships internationally, digital gift cards, a weekly newsletter.
They're building the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, an official website for bookings and stuff. It's the whole package.
That makes sense. Artists really need that broader engagement now. It's about community, keeping fans in the loop, offering different ways to connect.
So wrapping it all up, the Freestyle Era II seems positioned as a pretty notable release for Keeno Worldwide.
Yeah, it sounds like it. A blend of sounds, looking back while moving forward.
Lots to unpack for listeners, potentially.
Definitely. The different producers, the revisiting of older tracks. It suggests an album with layers, immediate appeal, but also depth if you dig in.
It really makes you think about how artists evolve, doesn't it? Not just linear progress, but also how looking back shapes the present.
That's a great point. And how collaborations really paint the final picture of an album. Something for listeners to consider as they check it out.